keep listening.
They're one of the most important kids all over the world. That I thank God so much. I've been married almost 28 years now. I got joy. Even 2 years ago, my daughter finished Columbia University.
You can
My
assume
second,
right now that as this Baba is talking, many people are leaving the room. It's too boring for them. He's speaking positive. It's too boring. They're leaving the room like, this one with his positive. They're not doing that hand like that, but they're like, no, tell us the juicy part. How Nigerians are toxic.
cruise when people good or no good, it doesn't bother me. I know what I want. You have to have confidence in you before you dealing with people. With that, you have no problem.
Okay. Can I come
You know what I
in?
mean? Okay.
Go ahead.
Then- Yeah, so thanks for having me. I stay in the UK, like you know, and let's not mix a whole lot of things up. If anybody doesn't want to hear the truth right now, they better just turn up.
The truth teller don't just enter the room. A bunch of more people are pinking themselves. Somebody's going to tell us the truth. Let's see what truth is going to tell us. The real truth. Yeah, violence is coming in right now, right? Say, let's tell ourselves the truth. This Baba is just capping big time. Baba, they're telling you, stop the cap, okay?
Cap.
Stop painting this picture that your life is perfect. Stop it. Stop it. Let's go. The truth teller is about to tell us. Let's hear it.
Right? Because I'm about to give it raw. A few things
Pause.
they said about the Nigerian community. That is partly correct. But the problem is not the Nigerian community. It's about the individuals and what they choose to do and how they choose to behave.
He surprised me. Check that out. He surprised me. Okay? So far, he surprised me. But there's a red flag when he said, I want to tell the truth. That is a red flag for me typically. Let's keep going.
I'm a DJ. I play in a lot of parties, Nigerian parties most especially. And I see a lot of things that go on. So that aside, let's not float that issue about mixing up. It's okay to mix up with your people. It's okay. There's nothing bad.
Wow.
You're just going to have
He's
to learn how to
surprising me.
control what.
I prejudged him. You see, assumptions are bad. Gentlemen, it's actually worse for you when you have a tendency to assume. You're giving away your power. You will self-destruct when you assume. Okay? Listen, you will prejudge inside. You're a human being. You judge based off of what you've seen, your experience, all this kind of stuff. I just showed you an example. I was being real. I really thought it was going to come and agree with all the toxic stuff. Right? But just so far. Let's not... Come on, my bae. Just so far, right? Mr. Ola, do you know one of the people that I asked was a lawyer? She had her papers, her kids, husbands, every one of them had papers, but she said to me she knew nothing. It's very possible that she knew nothing. I was born here in the United States, okay? If you ask me about immigration stuff, I'm the worst guy to ask. I have no experience. I don't know how it works. Now, I might be humble enough to say, hey, I know somebody you should ask. But the best people to ask are people that have gone through situations, right? People that came here with green card, they won lottery. They are the worst to ask. They don't know anything. It was handed to them almost like on a silver platter. They don't know anything. They are the worst. Again, thanks for sharing more, right? But because people have papers does not mean that they have all. Because somebody is a lawyer, right, does not mean that they're able to. Hold on one second. Because somebody is a lawyer does not mean they know. Because they're a divorce lawyer does not mean they know how marriages work. You get it? They are some of the worst people you want to go to for marriage advice. Because all they see is the negative, because for obvious reasons. They're dealing with it at professional level. The people that come to them at professional level are mostly the extreme of worst situation. The best they can teach you is defense. Right? Because that's all they see. How to defend yourself. You know? So, Chi, I see you. How far? How you did? Not real emergency, though. Let's keep
You
going.
do what you say and where you go. I don't see the Asians having this problem. I don't see the Indians or the Pakistanis having this problem of socializing with their likes. That aside. Now, the issue with marriages breaking, I have experience of marriage breakup after 2 years.
Okay.
A lady that I dated for years in Nigeria, and I brought her here. And after 2 years,
Japa.
we were.
It was over.
It just went south quickly too. But it wasn't because she wasn't a good person. It was because she chose the path of whatever it is that she chose to do. I could not have called myself a saint then, because I was probably just struggling myself.
Wow, that's a big deal. What he just said is a big deal, right? He's retaining his power. For whatever reason, she moved on. It is what it is. Life happens. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. Gentlemen, you especially those of you that call yourself red pill, you're supposed to see reality for what it is and not create fantasies. But there's a struggle there. Let me create fantasies by blaming everything else. Right? The events in particular, not predicting the future, not prejudging the future. The events that has happened to you happened. It is what it is. Right? Let me learn from it. How are you going to learn from it if you don't assess self? How? Right? If it's just everybody else's fault but self, how are you going to learn from it?
How, Sway?
So the issues, let's not mix them up. Individual problems can make somebody choose not to be who they were. So people change. And the transformation within us as Nigerians is a lot more. So it's making the rank.
Send me a request. Let me bring you back. For light, or send me a request. Let me bring you back. I don't know what happened. I lost you for one reason or the other. For light, or send. Let me bring you back.
So the women, you had some women on earlier. They can actually speak on their situation and their
Wow, this guy is surprising
we also do
me.
have other experiences. Women,
Listen, this is why I don't like to generalize, because off of my own experience and what I've observed, it tends to be like everybody that's gone through bad situation want to generalize. But because I know better, I know that I'm a human being like everybody else. I refuse. I push against myself to generalize. I do generalize. I do. But there's certain delicacy. You're like, wait, slow down. That's that situation. That's that situation. I still generalize. I just don't run my mouth until I've heard a little bit more. I need to tell me more. Like Holy Mary is telling me a little bit more. She said, it was not until when I knew how things worked, I then started to question myself. How can one be a lawyer in the UK and don't have info about how to get support? Lawyers have personal issues. Lawyers have limited resources in terms of time, energy. Maybe you caught them at the wrong moment. If you pay them, there's even if you pay them, there's limitations to how much they can help. In addition to the fact that lawyers can be immigration lawyer, can be child services lawyer, can be divorce lawyers. There's like about 50,000 different types of lawyers. They don't know everything, right? Yeah, I said 50,000. You see, I just generalized. I do it too. Whatever. But you know what I mean when I say 50,000, right? Come on, like you're not that, right? Right? You get the gist? So everything all the way from personal issues, like I don't have the answer. Try to talk to this person, or they don't have the patience to deal with you if you're not paying them, right? Why should they pay you before you can help? Well, it just depends. Everyone that helps you, even when they're not being paid, are getting something from it. It could be a sense of contribution. It's still something they're getting from it at an emotional level. Okay? Everybody only cares about their feelings, just like you. They don't care about anything outside of their feelings. All right? And that's often a temporary thing. Tomorrow you might ask them and they are in a better spirit to help you. Some of them are just straight evil. They don't help anybody. They are in every community around the world. Nigerians, Judaism, Christianity, Islam people. They're in every Americans. They're in every community. They're just straight evil. Let's continue. This guy is speaking.
Nigerian women, I vowed not to date a Nigerian again, ever again.
He vowed.
I did. I vowed.
Why?
Marriage was.
What made you
Why?
take
Because.
a vow?
Sorry?
What made you take such a vow?
Well, because Nigerian women seem to be a little bit more too smart for me. Let me put it like that.
Wow.
They're always coming to me
Too
with
smart.
an agenda.
Oh, wow.
So
Jesus!
more of the Southern Africans, because they're a little bit more loyal, you know, the Sierra Leoneans. Having said that, though, I ended up marrying a Nigerian again, but
Because it's your shadow. He ended up marrying a Nigerian again. What happened? Let him tell us.
it was a different kind of circumstance, you see. But for a very long time, for about 10 years, I would not date a Nigerian. A
10
Nigerian
years.
woman. Because of that mentality. They come with a very strong mentality, aggressive mentality as well.
Jesus.
Continue.
You say so, that's why. So for those that
Now collect like this. In the middle of the afternoon. Not afternoon yet. Early momo. When I don't collect. Ha! Oh my shield. Jesus. Tiye. Ah! This guy, he just did. Early morning, emergency. Jesus.
men, I know some men are a bit, you know, cultural or traditional.
Back for you, sir. I will call you. I'm live and you are disrupting my life.
Jesus.
If I have any feedback at all, I will be the one to call you. I don't think I charge people to talk.
Ha! Even caller go collect.
Talk. I can respond to 20 text messages. So text if I have any need to call.
Send text now.
Oh my days, Romo.
Why are you bothering Daddy Freeze? Jesus Christ.
Calling me, asking me for a favor, and then you are burning up my phone. And then at the end of the day,
Daddy Freeze gone too. Don't vex.
Once a call comes in, it disrupts all the.
He don't vex too.
Working at the same time.
Let's continue the conversation now. Wala. Let's continue.
That wants to do the thing for you.
Come on now, Freeze.
Calm down.
Otito.
Please, if you are watching on TikTok, big shout out to everybody on TikTok. Thank you so much. Special request to everyone who.
All right, let me see what while he's talking. Left and right, oh, left and right. This guy said it's individual to individual. He made sense earlier, but he's going somewhere, and I want to hear this one. A real awkward. If you find me a sound effect awkward, I'll use it too. But it won't sound as sweet. It won't sound as sweet. You know, it won't sound as sweet. Let's see. Obrin, I've seen wonders. Sorry, I know it's early morning. I didn't mean to bring this. I'm watching it with you live, by the way. I only watched the first 3 minutes. Right now we're 23 minutes in. You know. Shout out to Daddy Freeze, by the way, for this content. This is original content. Fair use guidelines. Fair use. All right. They brought another brother to the screen. Okay, they brought another brother to the screen. So yeah, all this early morning tea is good. Now for people who know they work, I know, but there seems to be a lot of them. You know, maybe this wasn't a bad idea after all. You know, but good one. Let's see. Somebody's talking now.
Should be stayed away from abroad.
try to say all those other things. So hello, my brother.
Hello, Dr.
Go
Free.
ahead.
Sorry. So this is my 2 cents, right? I listened to the ladies earlier, and the way that the Free phrased the statement, saying that, he's really alarmed about the fact that he's hearing that Nigerians should be stayed away from abroad. To tell you the truth, I've never had this experience most people are talking about. And it's kind of
a real ọkùnrin is talking.
See the negative about ourselves real quickly. And
Kilo de Nigerians, you can do better now.
I've lived in Georgia. I'm currently in Texas, and I've always been in the presence of Nigerians.
It's your friends, it's your circle.
What I notice about us is when we're abroad, we tend not to see race, culture, religion. Everybody's pretty much united. It's one thing I notice. I could be in the presence of an Igbo person, an Hausa person, a Yoruba person, and we're all cool.
The fact that you're secluding yourself and you're saying, me, I don't hang out with those people, you are the problem. There's something extremely bad about you. I understand it's not the accent. You have better accent. It's not your neighborhood you live in. You've moved to the white neighborhood. I get that. It's not that, okay? Maybe you're even doing better. You make 6 figures. You're a good nurse and you take care of yourself and all that kind of stuff. But you are the problem if you are the only one among the Nigerian community and you're seeing things this way. This is you. This is pride. It's pride. It's pride. Shout out to this brother. Jesus Christ.
Like that. When it comes to marriages, I don't think it's fair for us to impose people's failures in their marriages on the community.
Jesus.
Like the lady said earlier, that if you go tell your marriage issues to somebody, why are you doing that in the first place?
Only Mary is Mongo Park issues. You're right.
Question. Like, don't do that. Because if you ask for something, you're going to get something in return.
Exactly.
Right? And there's a statement in Yoruba that
yes! Yeah. Oh my God! Let me do conversion. Who can help me or contact? Is it conversion or translation? Jesus Christ! All reptiles, they lay on their stomach. You don't know which one is hurting in their stomach. You don't know which one is having a stomach ache. All reptiles, right? Reptiles, they move. Did I interpret well? Oh, well, alangba is more like lizard, alligator, omolile, all these different things that basically crawl on their stomach. They all lie flat on their stomach. You don't know which one has stomach ache. You can't use human experience. When a human being is lying on their stomach and do like this, you kind of like, are you okay? You have stomach ache, right? You can't use that to come and judge reptiles. All of them lie on their stomach. You don't know which one has stomach ache. You don't know what people are going through. I don't care if they make 6 figures, $300,000 a month. I don't care how much money they make. You have no idea. You have no idea what they're going through. Right? Right? If you have an issue with a community, it's you. If you tend to take one community, any community in the world, and you put them in a box, and you have all types of negative things to say about them, it's you. It's you. You're not that special. You're special in a different type of way, but you're not that special.